Are you friendly and outgoing? Do you enjoy public speaking? Can you be persuasive? Then a career in the marketing, sales, and service cluster might interest you. Marketing, sales, and service workers help businesses sell products. You might develop advertising and promote products so customers want to buy them. Or you might sell products and services to customers. There are over 30 careers across 5 pathways in the marketing, sales, and service cluster. Those pathways include marketing communications, marketing management, marketing research, merchandising, professional sales.
When I was young, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I got into marketing really young and kind of figured out like this was my passion. I love coming up with creative ideas. I love getting to have something different that happens, every single day. I founded my company on my lunch break from another job thinking, nothing's ever gonna happen. I literally went on my lunch break, filled out the paperwork thinking that this is a pipe dream. Somewhere down the road, I might do something. I founded my company and it was like somebody threw rocket fuel on a fire. Like the very next day, it was like everyone had permission to refer us. Everybody had permission to call us and to ask us to take on a project. So we started doing marketing and we just scaled up so incredibly fast. Within 6 months, we were working with a national dog food company. We were working with eye doctors. We were working with law firms. We were working with all these different businesses, handling their marketing. And I don't think I've ever looked back. I don't know that I have a great answer for how did I get interested in marketing. What I realized somewhere along the lines, there's this wonderful quote that is, the secret to life is to take all the things that made you weird as a kid and use them to make money as an adult. I was a goofy kid. I was rambunctious. I couldn't sit still. I always wanted to be doing something. My mom would joke that I couldn't tie my shoes the same way 2 days in a row, right? I wanted to do everything different every single time. I found myself struggling in school. I found myself struggling in college because I didn't like to just follow the rules. I wanted to know why. I wanted to know what made something tick. I wanted to tear it apart. I wanted to know the story behind it. And with marketing, I really quickly found that I got to help tell these business owners stories. I got to do, one day I'd be shooting a commercial for the Miss Illinois program, and then the next day I turn around and I'm building a website for an international dog food company, and the next day I turn around and I'm working for an HVAC company or a dental company or something like that. And I just got to do all these different things. And I instantaneously found my passion there. I wanted to be able to kind of choose my own adventure. And working in a creative field like marketing lets me do that. I went to CHSS, grew up in Southern Illinois basically my entire life. I was born in Billings, Montana, but I moved here when I was very young. So I graduated from CCHS, I graduated from SIU, and I just fell in love with this community. I couldn't believe how many resources were here that I never knew existed. I was one of those kids who said, the second I graduate high school, I'm gonna get as far away from here as I possibly can. And then I realized that Southern Illinois has some amazing amenities that can connect people to. We have these great outdoor areas. We have these great, friendly business owners who will connect and help you. We have these resources networks that you just can't find anywhere else. And so I met my wife, and we have 4 small children, and we raise them in Herrin, and we love it here. There are lots of different functions that kind of fall under alter ego marketing, and we've really been focused on, kind of growing and developing some of those functions. So we have so many different jobs in so many different hats. Plus, to take it one step further, we serve as the liaison who connects business owners to great resources they need, from print services to vehicle wraps to pretty much you name it. If you can put your brand on it, it's something we want to take off their plate. My firm belief is that a business owner needs to be working on their company. Our job is to take the marketing role and just run with it. We want to make that seamless for them. So one of the very first jobs here at Alter Ego is what we call a creative director or a graphic designer. And those two functions kind of together. A creative director would be above a graphic designer. And so we work with our graphic design team to develop brochures, business cards, logo usage guides, to design anything that would be a company's public-facing brand, anything that will be a visual representation of that within the market. So whatever they're using to meet with and network customers, whatever they're using to sell their product, We design websites, visually speaking. We design business cards. We design letterhead, envelopes, brochures, you name it. If you could put your logo on it, our design team works on it. And that goes all the way up into animation. So we would do motion graphics for TV commercials, things like that. Graphic design elements for social media campaigns. So that's an entire function of design in our design team. The other thing we have is a digital marketing team. So our digital marketing team will do everything from build websites to do SEO, which is search engine optimization, which is helping companies get found online. So we do a lot of content development. We do a lot of technical auditing of websites to make sure they function at the highest possible level. We also have copywriters that are doing, let's say, interviews and writing blog articles. They're creating social media content. They're creating campaigns for businesses to thrive online and to connect with their customers. From there, we also do product photography, we do videography, we create content for our clients to reach out and connect with an audience, usually through a traditional medium. So that could be TV, that could be radio, it could even be the phone book, into a digital medium, which could be Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Pinterest ads, Snapchat ads, you name it, we can create it. You have to be crazy. Like you literally have to be crazy to work in marketing. And I say that some way in a joking way, but really at the end of the day, business owners are really, really good at what they do. And what they need is they need someone like me, or they need someone to kind of be that sounding board for, is this a good idea? How do we tell the story in a unique way? How do we get someone to like our brand? And I have this quote that is two of them actually. One, it's hard to read the label when you're inside the bottle. So most business owners have a really hard time seeing what they need because they eat, sleep, and breathe it every single day. They know more about HVAC systems or dog food than you could ever possibly care to know. And to get that information out of them and to formulate a clear strategic direction for them is really what the job is all about. It's not about the methodology of how you tell the story as much as it is what's the story that needs to be told. What's going to move someone here? Simon Sinek said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And I feel that, like I built my whole company off of that. If you don't love what you do, if you can't get passionate about it, if you can't get excited about it, you can't work in a creative industry. If you love what you do, you will really quickly attract the people around you who also love what they do. And that collaboration will just go miles and miles. The skill that is more important for my job than anything else is the ability to network. I tell students all the time, your network is bigger and more powerful than you can possibly imagine. You can't fathom how big your network is. Most of us don't utilize it. We don't reach out. We don't make those connections. We're not serving as a connector between the people we know and the people they know to formulate introductions. All of my business, all of my money, all of my success in life has come from that one idea. I believe the secret to life is to put so much good out in the world that it can't possibly avoid finding its way back to you. If you keep doing that enough, you're going to find success. That's it. That and hard work. So the one piece of advice I wish I would have had when I was younger is I wish somebody would have told me that no one is ever going to come to my house, knock on my door, and find me sitting on the couch watching Gilmore Girls or whatever the cartoons or whatever it is and make my dreams come true. No one is ever going to give you permission that today is the day that you can start. So I want to be the one to do that. I want to tell you right now that you have permission to start chasing your dreams no matter how crazy they are, no matter how big they are, no matter what you're after. That's right now. You already have it, you just don't know it yet. Most of us are waiting for someone else to say, okay, well, once you graduate from college or once you graduate high school, then we're gonna give you your round of applause and pat you on the back and tell you that you're an adult. And it never happens. You can be 25, 35, 55, it doesn't matter, and still waiting for permission. If I could go back and do it all over again, or if I could give advice to someone who was like me when they were young, is go chase the dream right now. What's stopping you from picking up the phone and calling someone doing something really interesting to you and saying, can I come job shadow? Can I come talk to you? According to the US Department of Labor statistics, 70% of all jobs are found through networking. Like 70% of all jobs are found through networking, which means if you're waiting for a college degree and you're waiting for a resume and you're waiting to fill out an application on Indeed or some other platform and you're waiting for that job, you're missing 70% of the jobs on the planet. Stop trying to go through the front door. Go find a way. Build your network. Go make connections. Go talk to people doing things that interest you. You will be shocked at what a difference it has on your life. So a little bit of backstory on me. I founded Alter Ego in 2014, but if you would have asked me back then what my passion was, I would have told you unequivocally it's marketing. Now I would answer that question a little bit differently. It's actually entrepreneurship. What I loved about marketing is I got to talk to all of these different business owners, and I got to see what they did, and I got to figure out what made their business successful. I got to figure out why their customers loved them. And so now I get to be part of 50 different companies as opposed to just one. I was a rambunctious kid. I wasn't a great student, and I realized what I was doing is I was chasing things that didn't make me happy. I was trying to get good at math, and that's not what I'm good at. As an entrepreneur, you can focus on what you're good at and what you're passionate about, and you can hire an accountant. So I founded my first company, which was actually a wine tour business in college. I had a couple, hobby jobs when I was in high school. I founded Alter Ego in 2014. I currently own 3 different companies and plan to own more. I get to do what I like doing. I always tell people that I seek pleasure and I run from pain. It's just that simple. I don't like to do the stuff that I don't like to do. And in entrepreneurship, you get to make those decisions. You get to wake up every single day and decide, is this something I want to do today? And as a marketer, I get to have a really creative job. As an entrepreneur, I get to choose which job that is, what hat I wear today. That's the thing I'm the most passionate about. And that's the thing that I wish that we as a society were really better at doing. As a society, we're really good today at telling little boys and little girls they can grow up to be whatever they want to be in life. What we forget to tell them is if their dream job doesn't exist, they can create it. They can go build it. They can go found that company where they are with what they have right now. There are so many people right now who are reeling from COVID and from the pandemic, right? I have this mentor of mine that said, COVID is a hinge moment. COVID is going to change anything. I firmly believe that there will be more money made in the next 10 years than at any other point in history, right? Things have never moved this fast before, and they will never be this slow again. In the next 10 years, everything we know about the workforce, about technology, everything is going to change. If you're in school right now in Southern Illinois, and I told you when you graduated, you're gonna work for a company in Silicon Valley, and I said, where are you gonna live? Your answer would have been unequivocally Silicon Valley. Tomorrow, it could be, I'm gonna live in Franklin County, and I'm gonna work in Silicon Valley, because you can telecommute, you can open jobs and open doors to people all over the world from right where you are. There are so many resources available here that all you need is a computer, and you can work anywhere in the world with any customer. If you wanna open a business and sell a product online, would you rather sell to a town that has 8,000 people in it, or would you rather sell to the 3 million people in your niche across the United States? Well, the answer is obvious, right? You can sell to anyone from anywhere right now. COVID has completely changed the way we look at the entire world. And I, for one, think that change is inevitable. And COVID isn't a good thing necessarily, but it is a hinge moment that will affect the way that everything in history moves. And if you're not looking at that as we just leveled the playing field because you want to go to the best animation school in the country, but it's halfway across the country and you don't know if you can get in and you're not connected to anyone there, versus now, they're a Zoom call away. They're literally a phone call away, and telecommuting is totally possible. You can work with anyone on the entire planet, no matter where they are. Your customer base just exploded. So, we talk a lot in one of the classes that I teach about, how do you know if something's okay? Is it ethical and is it legal, are the 2 litmus tests that we use all the time. Because I'm someone who loves to challenge authority, and I want every student out there to know that I don't encourage you to go cause problems, but everything that gave me difficulty because I like to challenge authority is what made me successful in life. And so when you look at ethics, I need students to understand that your moral code is incredibly important. You are your reputation. You are what you do in life. But a lot of times we spend a ton of time playing by rules that we don't know who wrote, and we don't know why they exist, and we don't know why we're playing them. I had this amazing professor in college named Professor Lanigan, and I remember the very first day of school, he walks up to the board and he draws a hash mark on the board. And he turns around and he says, "Who wants to play?" And I'm really competitive. I'm wildly competitive, and I'm not gonna lose at a game of tic-tac-toe when my hand shoots up. I wanna play. So he brings me up to the front of the board, and he draws an X and I draw an O, and he draws an X and I draw an O, and he draws an X and I draw an O, and he draws an X and I draw an O, and he draws an X. And I kind of turn around to the class, kind of feeling confident. I'm like, cat's game. Over here, he draws his little X and goes, I win. And I looked at him and I just laughed. I said, you can't do that. And he goes, what game are you playing? We didn't talk about the rules. We didn't even talk about the game. Why do you go through life playing by rules that you make up in your head? There are so many things that you can do in life that are ethical, that are legal, that are good, that will advance you in life. But we tend to follow these silly rules, these social norms that are behind the scenes. And so I think ethics are really important. I think you should do good work because your reputation is incredibly important. But I think you have to be careful to know why you follow certain rules in your life and whose rules they are, and are they made up. The most valuable resource that is for any student out there on the planet is sitting right in front of them and they don't know it. And I think you will hear this from other places, you will hear this from other people that you talk to, but like the thing is, like, this is my passion project. Your phone is sitting right in front of you. You have legs attached to your body, you can get up and walk. Go find someone who is living your dream life and ask if you can job shadow them. Ask if you can buy them coffee. Ask if you can connect them. Ask if you can interview them. And do this as many times as you possibly can between here and the time you graduate high school, or the time you graduate college. Don't wait. People who are successful in life are unbelievably generous with their time, especially here in Southern Illinois. They will take the time to have coffee with you. They will take the time to educate you. They will take the time to job shadow, let you job shadow or create an opportunity for you. And then better yet, they'll take the time to connect you with their network. Your network is bigger and more powerful than you can ever imagine. And if you're willing to get outside of your comfort zone and call a complete stranger on the phone and say, hey, I'm really interested in being a lawyer. Can I come talk to you? Hey, I'm really interested in being a marketer. Can I come talk to you? You're going to be blown away at how many yeses you get. So I want to make this offer right now. If there's some student who's interested in marketing or entrepreneurship or real estate or something like that, and they want to pick up the phone and call me, my cell phone's available. It's 618-967-8637. And I'm not scared of how many text messages come in because I love that, right? There is no way that I can say this emphatically enough. Go meet someone living your dream life and figure out what their job is about. You won't believe it. Nobody ever says that they want to be a system IT analyst for Northwestern University when they're 10. They don't know that job exists. The jobs that you will be filling 10 years from now are jobs that don't exist right now. You're going to find them through a network, not through reading a list of jobs on LinkedIn, right? That's not it. Go figure out what you love. Go figure out where your passion is. Your life is going to take you crazy directions. Don't be afraid to lean into them. You can always change your mind later.
If you are interested in a career in marketing, sales, and service, Rinlight College is here to help you prepare with a variety of programs to develop the knowledge and skills needed. RLC has career technical education programs such as Ag Business Associate of Applied Science degree, Business Associate of Applied Science degree, Marketing Specialist Certificate, Entrepreneurship Certificate, or transfer degree programs such as Business Associate of Arts degree, Communications Associate of Arts degree, English Associate of Arts degree.